we learn about numbers, okay?
Okay.
And so we're going to read a book about numbers, and then I'm going to ask you questions about numbers, and I have some different activities for you to get to do too, okay? Okay, so our book is called Zero, and it's by Catherine Atoshi. She wrote it. I think she might have did the illustrations too. You guys, you know what illustrations mean, right?
No.
We talked about it. I mean, she got to color it. Okay, so this is Zero. Zero was a big, round number. Yep, it's a circle. Zero is a circle. When she looked at herself, she just saw a hole right in the center. Every day she watched the numbers line up. 1, 2, you can count with me. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. She wanted to count too. But how could a number worth nothing become something? Zero felt empty inside. She watched 1 having fun with the others. You see 1 playing with all the other numbers? 1 was solid and strong with bold strokes and squared corners. 0 was big and round with no corners at all. Huh? Yes. If I were like 1, then I could count 2, she thought. So she pushed and she pulled and she stretched and she straightened. She forced and flattened and finally became 0. She sighed. Becoming like 1 was too much of a stretch. 8 and 9 rolled up into the scene. If you doubled yourself up, you could look like me, said 8. So 0 twisted and turned to try to be 8. Or you could try to be 9 with a longer line. You see how 9 has a longer line? Said 9. So 0 pinched and puckered, trying to be 9. But 0 could only be 0. We're on our way to join the others. Come count with us, they said. 0 felt deflated. That means flat. Yeah, like a ball. When it's deflated, it doesn't bounce. 8 and 9 were numbers with value. Of course they'd count. How could they know how she felt? 0 had a new thought. If she could impress the numbers that'd give her value, she'd leapt, she'd soar, she'd sizzle, and she'd shine. She'd make a grand entrance and floor them all. 0 began to roll faster and faster and faster. She leapt, flying, soaring, rocketing.
Wow.
Right into 1, who knocked over 2, who fell into 3 and 4, toppling 5 and 6, who crashed into 7 and 8, where they all ended up in a big pile on 9. They have a dog pile, don't they? All the numbers were bent out of shape. It's no use trying, sobbed 0. Sobbed means she's really crying, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll never have value. I'll never be a part of the count, she said. It's what's inside that counts most, pointed out 7. 0 looked at herself. But what if I didn't have anything inside? Every number has a value, said 7. Be open. You'll find a way. Suddenly, 0 saw herself in a new light. I'm not empty inside. I'm open. 0 rolled up to the other numbers. I've thought a way for us to count even more, she said. Count more, asked 4. Count us in, exclaimed 7. Lead the way, said 1. Everyone counts, the numbers shouted. 0 jumped in. Then she leapt up and high and said, here's something new we can try. If we help each other soar, we can count even more. Let's count again, starting with 10. That's 10, right?
10.
And what's next? It says 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, members explored and had fun, bringing even more value to everyone. And this time, when she looked at herself, she felt whole right in her center. Isn't that a good story? Yeah, so what I want to show you is right here. You guys know these numbers, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, look, if you add a 0 to the end, then you can count by tens.
10, 9, 8, 6, 5, 4.
So you would say 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and then 100. That's right. That's very good. Where's my spoons at? I made a jingle. You guys know how to sing the happy birthday song, right?
Yeah.
You say happy birthday to you. Well, I made a song and it says, count your numbers 1 to 10, add a 0 at the end. You can count to 100 with me. It's easy, you'll see. Now you can do it. Now you can count to 100 by tens. And I made, let's see, we're going to count everybody's fingers. How about if we start with you, Ryan? How many fingers do you have? Let's count them.
She has 5. We have 5.
Come here, stand up.
Everybody has 5.
Everybody has 5 fingers?
Yeah.
Let's count them together. We're going to count Ryan's fingers together, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
She has 10.
I have 10 fingers too. How many fingers do you have?
10. 10. Everybody has 10 fingers. 10. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Everyone has 10.
1, 2, 3.
I'm going to check and make sure. Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Okay. Everybody hold up their fingers. You have 10, sweetie. Okay. Let's see if we can count everybody's. That's going to take a long time, isn't it? How about if we try by tens?
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
So we're going to start here. So we would say 10,
9,
20,
30,
40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. We have 100 fingers, don't we? Yeah, so we counted to 100 all our fingers. Okay, we're going to do one more little activity to count to 100. We're going to jump. We're going to jump to 100 by tens. Are you ready? Wait. Are you ready? Do you remember just how we had 10 fingers? We're going to say 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. You guys are great. Let's have a seat. I'm going to show you what I got for you, okay? Okay, so I printed off these numbers, and we're going to count them together. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
7, 8, 9.
and then if you take the 1 and the 0, what do you get?
100.
Well, this is only 10, that's right. So, you are going to have these numbers, and there's 2 of them. So you can go all the way to 100, and you can make it with so you'll take your 1, you could say you want to do 90, we'll take a 9 and a 0, right? Sit down, sweetie pie.
It'll be 90.
You're going to take your finger, and there's sand in here, and you'll draw 90 in the sand. Okay? It's to help you. So you stick your cards in here, and then you're going to draw, and you should be able to draw your 90 in the sand, okay?
Is that really sand?
Yeah, that's really sand. Hang on, we got more.
How's
Sit
it
down.
plastic?
It's from the store. I bought it at the store. It's not from the river. Sit down, and I'll show you. You guys will get to play with this in a minute, okay? I have more. Don't you want to see it?
Yeah.
Sit down for me then. Okay? All right. See what else is in this goodie bag. These are more cards for that, okay?
Whoa.
These are Easter eggs. They don't have anything inside, but they do have numbers on them. Do you see that number? Can you see those dots? If you were to count the dots, then you would be able to count that there are 6 dots on there. And so you have to match it up, okay? So you get the eggs and then you match them up with the right number, all right? So we'll play with that in a minute, and I have another one. These are some more cards here. Yeah, check them out. Look, they have the numbers all the way to 10, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to take this. This is called a hole punch. Okay, have you guys used these before? Okay, well, if you look at it, it kind of looks like an alligator mouth, right?
Yes.
Okay, and it has a little tongue right there. This will go above the tongue. And on the 1, you're going to just push it down 1 time. Okay? And then on the 2, you're going to do it twice. Okay? And then on the 3, you do it 3 times. Does everybody understand?
Yeah.
Does anybody have any questions? Thank you for being such a nice class for me. We'll get to play now, okay?
Okay. Yay!
Thank you.